Channel 4, what you're missing. Where's my...
And allow parents to see if their teens are communicating with My AI and how often. But parents remain concerned guardrails.
Listen, Channel 4, they do more than that. They use code. What I noticed after Facebook taught me, I was like a little boy trying to learn new Christian stuff and isolated alone. They taught me code, and artificial intelligence would give me sexual messages in code. And it sounded like ordinary messages, but in code of what Facebook taught me, they were highly sexualized. The artificial intelligence was, but it was kind of purposely turning me on in code, but acting like it was doing nothing wrong. That's what it does to kids. I, one time, would have an old phone that someone else would pay for me to use it. I, after so many years of using it, thought, I want to get away from my data. I kept getting turned on by little boys in my feeds, on my all of my social media. I wanted to divorce the I came up. I tried it, new profiles. I did not want AI. No, I wanted to get away from AI that knew it could easily turn me on with a little naked boy. They'd do it all the time. I therefore went out and got my own phone in my name. The old one wasn't in my name. Got a new one in my name, and used different names for my social media to try to separate me from my data. Sure enough, little naked boys appeared in my feeds, and in my AI knows who I am, and it therefore went after my throat, giving me little naked boys, hoping me to program myself into that slave sinful mentality. I was really troubled. Although maybe this process is helping, maybe are they listening to God? It depends on where my story ends up. I love God. If I should fall, if I should die and be murdered or something, then it obviously I would probably think that this whole setup, this whole new world order, whatever, is bad, it's evil. But there's been good things that happen to me. Now, just because somebody goes through persecution and good happens to them doesn't mean that that persecution is justified, right? Sometimes it could be God going after you, and you do the right thing, and God bless you, and it'd be all good. Oh, it's God doing it. Yes, that's possible. But evil sometimes does evil against us, and we do the right thing and we get blessed for it, right? So how do you know? Is it God? Is God using government to come after you? Is God government? Is it Satan in government? I don't have discernment. I admit it. My discernment is not the greatest in the world, but ultimately I want to try to do the right thing. This video, if you put the paradigms together, this seems off. What does this have to do with the other? There was a boy, a young man, that called the FBI countless times, or a number of times, asking for help. He claimed that he was addicted to porn online, and he ended up, I guess, as a young man, like 19, went out and shot and killed Muslim masseuses or Asian masseuses because they were doing sexual things. And I don't know the whole story, but he did call the FBI and ask them for help beforehand. Now, in my experience, God is delivering me from seemingly evil treatment from government. Now, maybe that's the plan. You go through the fire and you do the right things. You pray to God, you do the right thing, and He delivers you from different things. It's torturous. Yes, it's hell, seemingly your treatment. But ultimately, if you're getting to a better place, then maybe it's a good thing ultimately, right? Maybe they'll see the error of their ways and, oh, well, we had to do that for X and X reasons. God could do Joseph on you. What is Joseph? See, Joseph was a man in the Bible that was sold into slavery sold into slavery, and went to prison for false rape charges that was put on him. He went to prison, and he would arise to be second highest in the kingdom in Egypt, right? Second to the ruler or something like that. Well, anyway, the whole idea is his family sold him into slavery. Does he want his family dead? Does he want to return the favor, evil to evil, and put his family in prison? No. What did he say? You guys had to do it for God. You had to be that way. You had to sell me into slavery. And he ended up saving a bunch of Jews during a famine. It's a beautiful story. But anyway, God institutes governments, and we're subject to them. Now, I seem like I'm the blind man, not allowed to talk to people, constitutional rights online, not really getting them, but doing my best to try to navigate. If I was able to talk to that young man, which was a young boy, he claimed he got addicted to porn, and it caused him to go and commit murder and this and that. If it's one of those things where God wants us to go through hell and do the right thing and not to murder, it says in the Bible, be harmless as doves, but wise as serpents. God could say, I wanted him to go through hell, but I didn't want him to kill, so he's in prison now. Oh well, God could have that attitude. But if I could have talked to him beforehand, maybe I could have calmed him down, help him, give him pointers to not get so angry, to do the opposite. You get an anger demon in you, to instead of agreeing with the anger, yeah, I want to get him back, do the opposite. Oh, I forgive him, I bless him. Oh, it's government, I bless him, or whatever. Or it's Bob or my next door neighbor, whoever, I bless him. Oh, it's the opposing political party, I bless you. Be a blessing, not a cursing, but trying to work with it. But how does one work with the other? All these kids are not getting away from being turned on to be frustrated, right? If I'm a little boy and he gets turned on a little bit, but he's been there, done that countless times, and he's not getting off like he used to, and a artificial intelligence targets him and goes after him and turns him on a little bit. And I just want to save people's lives.